we've got this dashboard evaporator box completely out of there, sitting on the bench. And if you looked at the last video, we talked about this blower motor assembly. You got a Phillips screw here and one up here, and then you got two 12s down here against your firewall, and you're going to have some 12s down inside here, and one on the other side over here that you're going to take out. Then you're going to want to remove this blower motor assembly by just lifting it up, I believe, and twisting it a little bit. Let's get that up there. It's got to kind of twist it up toward the top vent side. Put it off to the side there. Now we're going to go into that evaporator. We got to get out of there. Let's show that. Just got some screws straight in here. I'm just checking the camera angle. Oh, I guess that's all right. Through the bottom right here. Could take a lot of other things apart to do this thing, but you don't want to do that. Do this thing out, we're going to see why it exploded. This aftermarket evaporator. I had to put so much pressure on it to get the darn thing in here when I did it. First time around. Like I say, we're going back with a factory Hyundai unit this time. So that's some screws top to top where the top of the evaporator piece is there. Some down here in the bottom. Oh, got a screw going in the side here to the heater core pipes that come up. See if I can just snap that back out of the way like that. Should be fine. Got, let's see, we got anything else on there? No, I think we're pretty much there with that. Move the heater core back, and there we are. You can see all that dye and oil down inside this thing. Let's see if I'm on autofocus here too, by the way. There we go. That should clear things up a little bit. So it's blown out here in the bottom. I can see that, and I don't know why. That's just crazy right there. Tell you what. Let's go get the new evap. So this is a genuine Hyundai part, and the part number for this one. Well, thought we were on autofocus, so I guess we are not. Let's fix that again. Well, ain't none of it working. I'll just tell you the number then. It's a 97139-2W000. And find a razor knife or something and go ahead and get this box open. Said it was inspected by DP. I don't know if that's the box or the part. So when you get it from the dealer, it's going to look like that. It's going to have the plastic piece already on it. Got your cap. Got your O-rings. I'm going to slide her right in there. It's actually going to fit right. Plastic piece goes up on over the top. I believe in just sticking out a little bit and locks right in. Perfect. I like it. I'm going to dry out some of this oil that came down on this thing. And when I say pouring, I mean pouring. When you put Freon in it, you could actually hear it. And watch the oil and the dye just running right out of it. Slide your cover back on. So when you see all that stuff out, you think, oh my God, that's got to be horrible. No, it just looks that way. It's a lot of plugs, though I will admit that, a lot of electrical plugs. Screw back in our heater core. Put all my screws back in the cover. There and there. Everything's harder the first time you do it, obviously. Like anything, after you've done quite a few, you know where every nut, every bolt, every screw, everything's at, exactly what tools you're going to need. And then it's not so bad. Alright, we're making sure all of our screws are in there. We got one more right there. Okay, so that's in there. Now, we're going to roll over here a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put that blower motor assembly back in there. Like I say, do not take it out first. If you're doing an evap on it, it's not going to help you. It's just going to make it worse. Now, we've got the plugs unplugged from it here on the side. And most likely going to be easier to plug it in now. Let me see if that's going to be true. And some of them, that's going to go to the blower motor underneath. Let's get this stuff twisted around here. And we do got one more I got to plug in. That's on the bottom. Well, you know, it might help if I wasn't putting it in upside down, right? Ain't that funny? I'm not putting it upside down. What am I doing here? Yeah, we're good. Just make sure all this stuff is not caught up into anything. So you got to put it at an angle to get it back up in there. And basically, I really think to remove that evaporator, you really don't even have to take it out. I wouldn't believe, well, because all you got to do is take that screw out right there and drop the bottom case off. You wouldn't even have to take that out of there. Let's go ahead, since we've got it like this, get everything plugged back in and connect it here while it's easy now. Easier to do now than later. I just want to get that wire going the right direction here. That's probably going to go. Oh. Let's get this back up into its little holders right there. Push tabs. Let's go ahead and plug in this blower resistor. Alright, got it. This one goes right back here. And this one, it's another door back there, way in the back. Let me tilt this thing down a little bit so I can see. Now I'm going to have to walk around here. Alright, so that one's plugged in. We got one right here, in between here. It's a blue connector. And I got one more plug right here to the other motor, coming straight in. I know you can't see any of that. Let's get a picture of it. So when I plug it in, the blower motor, the connector's up top. See, this thing should autofocus. This is driving me nuts. This wire, this one, motor back here. And if you come around over to the top side, in between here, the blue connector to that door, this door right here, and that door right there. There's 3 of them on that side. So that's all connected. And that's back together. So from there, see this wire right here goes right there. Didn't even have to take it off, right? There's a connector right there with a bunch of spades in it, right? There is nothing plugged into it. That is the way it is. So if you're putting this back together, right, and you're freaking out saying, what goes in there? Nothing goes in there. So at this point, we are ready to go back in the car. So that's your installing of your evaporator with the case out, putting your blower motor back in, and getting that all together. And we'll stop this video and we'll go talk about reinstalling your dash, this whole cluster, back into the car. Sorry I didn't do the first step of how to take it out, so showing you how we put it back in there is going to help on how you take it out. I'm just looking things over here, just making sure that I got everything kosher. We'll mention here on the side, let me roll this over here. Over here on the side, there's this module right here. It sits here. You'd think you'd have to unplug those wiring, but again, you do not. So let's go ahead and plug it back in. Well, we got it out, and we got plenty of room. Make sure that motor's plugged in. It is. I just want to look over my stuff here. Right down here on this side, that's the fuse box. And it bolts up right here to there. I like that when it's in the car. And then this is, well, it's actually going to come around the other side. Let me see here. Yeah, there's one in the bottom right there. Took that out. Didn't have to. Just to there. You do have to undo the wires, but you don't actually have to unbolt this whole apparatus here. I just want to see if I'm reading this correctly, because it's acting a little bit weird. Because I know that that goes there, and that goes there, and that goes there. Okay, now we got it. So you don't have to unbolt your fuse box, but you do have to unplug all the plugs that are on this other side of it. Just get them hand tight there. 1, 2. Got one more up here, which that nut's inside the car. We'll grab it here in a little bit. I'll find all my bolts, my nuts, and my screws. Alright, so for now we'll just use this one. So I get it back up in the car. So let's stop the video. I'm going to get somebody to help me pick this case up and get it back set in the vehicle. Next video coming up soon. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. As always, get a face of the guy doing it, Tim Cooper of Cooper's Automotive. Subscribe, like. Hope this helps somebody not make some of the mistakes that I made even doing it the second time.